Danyy and the ogre's 7 daughters. Danyy was a kind, gentle little boy. Unfortunately, he had 6 brothers who were not at all kind or gentle. Dany's brothers were always mean to him. They put spiders under his cap, they tripped him up and they tied his shoelaces together. One day they decided to play a really horrid trick on him. They all went deep into the forest to play hide-and-seek. While little Danyy was counting with his forehead against a tree, his brothers crept silently home. They left Danyy all alone in the forest. Danyy spent a long time looking for them, but, of course, he didn't find them. He was all alone and lost in the forest when suddenly he heard a loud voice saying,
"Ha! I smell a human being."
Suddenly, Danyy was face to face with an ogre. Danyy was so scared that he couldn't move. The ogre picked him up with 2 fat fingers and dropped him into his sack. When the ogre got home, he called out in a voice so loud the walls trembled.
"Where are the 7 wonders of the world? They are going to have a feast tonight."
The ogre always called his 7 daughters the 7 wonders of the world. Then, with a terrifying laugh, he pulled Danyy out of his sack.
"Look what I found in the forest. He's not very big, but he will make the soup taste good."
The ogre was about to throw little Danyy into a huge pot simmering over the fire when his daughters stopped him. "Oh, what's that?" asked Queasy, the oldest. "He's so small," said Tuffy. "He's wriggling," laughed Ruffy. "He's funny," chuckled Brooty. "He's very well behaved," said Meanie. "He's even cuter than a baby rabbit," said Moni. Only Dimple, the ogre's 7th daughter, said nothing. Dimple's big sisters begged their father to let them keep Danyy for a week. They wanted to play with him and promised to share and take it in turns. The ogre locked Danyy in a little cage that hung from the ceiling. He said in a loud voice,
"All right, but he's going in the pot on Sunday night."
On Monday, Queasy, the ogre's oldest daughter, played with little Danyy. All she wanted to do was feed him. She fed him all day long, and by the evening, Danyy had a very sore tummy. He wondered how he was going to escape. On Tuesday, Tuffy, the ogre's 2nd daughter, got to play with little Danyy. She made him do gymnastics and exercises and set up an obstacle course for him. By the end of the day, Danyy was exhausted. He couldn't see how he was going to escape. On Wednesday, Ruffy, the ogre's 3rd daughter, decided to teach Danyy to do circus tricks. She trained him all day long, and, back in his cage that evening, he was even more tired than he had been on Tuesday. He still had not found a way to escape. On Thursday, Brooty, the ogre's 4th daughter, thought Danyy was so sweet that she just wanted to kiss and cuddle him all day long. Danyy thought he almost preferred the exercises. He didn't have the strength to try to escape. Meanie, the ogre's 5th daughter, had always dreamed of having a pet. So on Friday, she put a lead around poor Dany's waist and took him out for some very long walks. Little Danyy couldn't bear it any more. He had lost all hope of ever escaping. On Saturday, Moni, the ogre's 6th daughter, wanted to play nurses. It was her favourite game. It suited her fine that little Danyy didn't feel very well. But even after all Moni's massages, hot water bottles, blankets, bandages and pretend plaster casts, little Danyy was no better. He thought,
"I'll never get away from here."
On Sunday, it was Dimple's turn. She was the ogre's 7th daughter. She walked over to the cage and whispered to Danyy, "We are supposed to eat you tonight, but that's too cruel." Dimple started to cry. So little Danyy said,
"I could escape if you help me."
Dimple dried her tears. She hurried off and came back with her father's 7-league boots. "These boots are magic," she said, opening the cage door. "They will change size to fit your feet and help you run as fast as the wind."
"What about you?"
said Danyy as he put on the magic boots.
"Don't you want to run away too?"
Just then the ogre's booming voice echoed down the stairs.
It's time to make dinner.
He came into the room and saw the empty cage.
Dimple, you dozy dreamer! You left the cage door open.
Scolded the ogre.
Where are you? Answer me.
But nobody answered. Then the ogre roared at the top of his voice,
My 7-league boots! Somebody has stolen them!
The ogre dashed out of his house, followed by his 6 daughters, all angrily stamping their feet.
"That wicked boy has run away,"
cried Queasy.
"He may be small, but he's very naughty,"
Howled Tuffy.
"Dimple is bad too,"
Whined Ruffy.
"She let him get away,"
Shouted Brooty. Now we can't even eat him, groaned Meanie. And we are so hungry, yelled Moni. Dimple and Danyy were already far away. Hand in hand, they walked through 7 forests and climbed 7 mountains. They settled in 7 kingdoms, where they lived happily ever after for 177 years. The end.